I proposed to my girlfriend, and she told me to try again because it wasn't a surprise, and there was no photographer. I decided not to put up with her crap anymore, but now she's saying she accepts my proposal and is trying to convince me to stay. But it's too late now. I, 25M, proposed to my girlfriend, 24F, of 4 years, but she said no because it wasn't a surprise. I'll start by saying I love my girlfriend a lot, but she is definitely high maintenance. We've been talking about getting married for a couple of years now, but I wanted to wait until I knew a wedding was something we could afford. I finally got a promotion, and she found stable employment, so I went out and bought a ring. We went on a vacation last week. The whole trip was very romantic, and I proposed to her on the beach, which I thought she would have wanted. Turns out she expected it all along because the trip was so romantic, and she said no. She wants me to try again, but wants it to be a surprise this time. She also wants a photographer to be there to capture the moment. It was pretty embarrassing when a few people came up to us to congratulate us, and she was explaining why she said no. I'm not sure what to do. She wanted it to be a surprise, but also wanted me to propose as soon as I felt ready to. We also talked about her ideal engagement, and it's on a beach, yes, seriously, in a forest, or in a field. I can't imagine any possible scenario where I could surprise her at one of those locations. She is not the outdoorsy type, so it'd be unlikely she would be in any of those locations anyway. I explained my frustration to her, and she just says, well, if you want to get married, you will find a way to make it work. It seems so bratty and immature, and I'm not sure how to deal with her now. I'm still really pissed off about it. What should I do about this? Am I wrong to be pissed off? More info from the comments. Her redeeming qualities were, she's smart, sexy, and caring. She's really great with children and would make a good mom someday. She is a doer. If she says she wants to do something, she'll actually do it, which I find refreshing. Some not so good things. Obviously, she's bratty and high maintenance. She'd rather be late for anything than not look perfect. She can't manage her finances at all and will go into debt just to buy useless shit. I've been with her this whole time because I've been hoping she will grow out of her brattiness. I don't know anymore. I'm starting to reconsider things. I never would have proposed if I thought there was a chance she would say no. Her reaction bugs me a lot. After it happened, I wanted to leave her then and there, but we were stuck on vacation together, so things calmed down, I guess. I'm furious that she would rather embarrass me and let me down than accept something she views as less than perfect. When we were talking about her dream proposal, she was showing me her Pinterest for her dream wedding, and it's full of stuff we won't ever be able to afford. I told her it's unlikely our wedding would be like that, but we could still make it nice, and she said she'd rather wait till we can afford her dream wedding. She told me I could start selling some of the furniture I make, which is something I do as a hobby that she wants me to turn into a second job. There are a few past incidents like this one, probably not quite as bad, though. She wanted to buy a new car but got declined after going through everything at the dealership. She called me in, telling me she wanted me to go over the specs with the salesman to make sure everything was good, but it turns out she wanted me to buy it in my name and was hoping I wouldn't say no since the salesman was there. I said no, and she cried. Update. Thank you all for your comments and messages. Sorry I couldn't respond to most, but I read them all. I decided to try and talk about it with her one last time before throwing in the towel. I wasn't really expecting much, but I just wanted to see if she'd see my side. She lives with me, so I wanted to end things on a good note. She didn't understand at all. She was still saying I needed to work for it, and she wasn't taking me seriously, so I broke up with her. Then she told me she accepts my proposal, and we're just going through a rough patch, but we will work it out. She was really trying to get me to change my mind and was promising me she would be better to me. She completely ignored me every time I told her we're breaking up and was always yelling over me about how we were going to work things out now that we're engaged. Eventually, I just got tired and went to sleep, thinking it was perfectly clear that it was over. I woke up Saturday to a whole bunch of messages. She found the ring and took a pic with it on, announcing our engagement and tagging me in it on Facebook. We got into another huge fight, and eventually, I just called her parents and told them to come pick up all her shit, or it's going to the dump as soon as she leaves. They were surprisingly understanding. Her dad seemed really embarrassed by her, but they were a huge help. I know it's illegal to do that and I was supposed to actually evict her, but she got seriously violent, and I didn't want her in my house anymore. She smashed my iPad and knocked my PlayStation off the TV stand, and both are completely broken, so I didn't want to wait around and see what else she would do. She wouldn't even give me the ring back, her dad had to guilt her into it. It was pretty pathetic. So that's the end of us. Really sucks I wasted the last 4 years with her, but I guess it was better to get out now. It's nice that I can hang out with all my friends again. A girl I'm friends with asked me out on a date, so that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm actually pretty nervous. I know it's way too early, but even if it doesn't work out, it should be fun to start dating again. More info about the new girl. She knows the entire situation, and it's not serious. She told me years ago she had a crush on me, but we're good friends now. Who knows what will happen?